everybody, this is Sherry Miracle. This is part 4 of my mini series called Even Odds. It's for beginning and intermediate players who want to add some variety and interest to their fills and their solo playing. In parts 1, 2, and 3, we were in 4/4 and we took consecutive 8th notes and 16th notes and we made musical phrases of 3, 5, and 7 using phrasing accents, orchestration, and sticking patterns. We're going to do the same thing today with 8th note triplets in 4/4. We're going to create musical phrases of 2, 4, 5, and 7 using all those same concepts. So I'm going to dive right in. We're going to keep this one short for you because I know everybody's busy. So this is fun, and this works with every meter and every subdivision, so don't stop here. The deeper you go, the more creative your imagination will get. All right, so here we go. 8th note triplets. We're going to play a phrasing accent every 2 notes. So that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put some orchestration in there to really support that 2 feel. Now, of course, everybody can probably hear that that's a quarter note triplet, and that's not very uncommon, but once you start adding some orchestration to it, it starts to sound really cool. Extra cool. So if you're phrase leading it right, you could also start this hemiola pattern with your left hand, your non-phrase leading hand, and that's going to give you the same pattern but starting on the upbeat. That sounds like this. 1. So that's an option too. And as I mentioned, orchestrate using the whole drum set. Cymbals, your feet, your rims, you know, anything, just really let your imagination go crazy and create something wonderful. Okay. 8th note triplets, groupings of 4. Favorite 4-note pattern amongst drummers, I think, everywhere is the paradiddle. I could be wrong. Someone might not like a paradiddle, but anyway, they would be wrong. So paradiddle is a great sticking for this pattern. Again, all 8th note triplets, we're just accenting every 4 notes of the measure of 4/4, which actually gives you a really cool half-note triplet. The accent pattern creates a half-note triplet, if you're interested, and that sounds like this. So here's our triplet. Great one to practice. Paradiddle sticking, accenting the beginning of every diddle, orchestrating it in some fashion to really enhance the 4. Okay, 5-note groupings. Best friend, 5-stroke roll. Everybody loves the 5-stroke roll. So I'll do that for you. I'm going to play the single on the beginning of each 5 with the accent. And then it's cool because you get an accent with using this pattern. You get an accent on the first note of the triplet, the last note of the triplet, and the middle note of the triplet. And that sounds like this. I'll put this in quarter notes. So rolling 5 strokes in consecutive triplets, accents. You know, on the toms, you can even use your foot. I actually like to do this one. Patterns that you like. You can use this foot too. Or you can start with single on the downbeat. Sky's the limit, so come up with something creative and write it in the comments below and share your cool ideas with everybody. That would be appreciated. All right, so let's 7-note groupings, 8th note triplets. Let's use a 7-stroke roll. That's a really common rudiment that we all know probably. And like with all hemiolas, the 5-note groupings takes 5 measures to turn around the entire phrase. The 7-note grouping hemiola will take 7 measures to turn all the way back around to big 1. And that's kind of the fun of hemiolas. As long as you know that, you won't get lost in the music. So okay, so singles are going to be on the beginning, the first note, and doubles all the rest. 8th note triplets with a 7-stroke roll. I'll start with singles. Okay, here we go. Quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. To 1. You can do it this way. So I'm going to show you one thing I like. I showed you this, I think, in part 3. Maybe I did, but I love this sticking. It's a Philly Joe Jones idea, but it's the 7-stroke roll. Works fantastic in triplets like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's one of my very favorites. I do that all the time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this concept, just using odd musical phrase groupings with a division. In this case, we're doing more or less, well, even and odd groupings work well with triplets. So use your imagination to pick subdivisions, pick odd musical phrases you'd like to use within those subdivisions, and really let your imagination go crazy. All right, drumming family, have a nice summer. It's hot.